Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where last time I was sent by Katrine here to speak to one of the people in the upper town to find out what's going on in here, and I was attacked. Well, what do you got to tell me about this, Katrine?
I did not think to see you again, Devoniad, but I was wrong, yeah?
I heard the cries of that pathetic ox from here. Folk of many clans live in Galtrev, but those who have grown wealthy from the gifts of Saruman float to the top. We of the lower village work hard just to get by, but the taskmasters in the upper village live off the labors and return the products of them to the wizard. Perhaps you can be of some use to the Hebogluth, the clan of the Falcons. We stand against those who have thrown in with Saruman. Right?
Even the folk of Galtrev are put to work to further the wizard's aims.
People of many clans have listened to the promises of Saruman, and where his words are not enough, his gold does the trick. Even the folk of Galtrev are put to work to further the wizard's aims. At the lumber camp northeast of here, trees are felled and the wood prepared for carting to Isengard. Go there, steal their axes, and throw them into the pond east of the lumber camp. Even if they fish them out, the rust will make the axes unreliable and difficult to use. Members of the dragon clan may have brought the axes to other settlements of Prethgwyth. They will do as well. A simple act of rebellion maybe, but its effect could be sweeping. Okay, dokie. So collect lumber axes in the camp northeast of here, and if I could grab them from the dragon clan, also fine. Okay, well, looks like she is trying to make a spear.
The old woman of the mountain says we should not trust Devoniad.
So many staves, so many staves. All of these staves you have seen must be turned into spears. In fact, they should have been turned into spears hours ago. I don't know what to do. Do you know how to craft spears, Devoniad? I would certainly appreciate the help. I worry about the overseer will do to me if I fail. Okay, so this is what I'm having is it just that there are just so many staves here to turn into spears that she can't keep up? I don't know how long it takes to make a spear. Now I'm going by the assumption that what was it? Oh. Alright. Each staff takes its own place in the inventory. So, I guess it's going to be pick up staff, turn it into a spear. Pick up staff, turn it into a spear. I hope the spears don't all take individual points in my inventory. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very long go at this. It appears that the spears go into the land of the not inventory but just a little tick mark of progress in the quest. So I don't have to worry about them filling up my inventory. And this is my last spear, so I could report in as soon as I see that quest ring pop up. There you go.
Sleep often escapes me, for the night shadows bring fear.
I cannot believe it! You have put me ahead of today's workload. Thank you. I can't express the trouble that I would have been in if this supply of spears has not been delivered to the overseer. Okie dokie. Now, what does she need?
It is not our custom to trust Devoniad, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
This is what happens when you're too generous with people. They borrow all your nails and never bring any back. I am out of nails, and this work on the siege here shall never be fit. Wait. How does one loan nails? Oh, okay. Maybe you can loan a box of nails, expect them to take a few of them, and then return the box afterwards. Okay, but I mean, loaning individual nails just doesn't sound like something that is likely going to work out very well if you're ever expecting to see them again. Would you be able to go find any missing nails for me? I need to finish assembling this, or else I will not receive any rations today. I did not receive any rations yesterday either, and tomorrow I will likely not be able to get out of bed. Oh boy, this is I see why they can't keep up with work because they say, "Oh, the remedy for not working hard enough is no rations."
Do
Wonderful.
not speak the names of evil things.
Are you a
Do
vis-
not call them.
Are you a visitor here in Galtrev? I wish you would have seen it before. It was the greatest village in all Dunland. Now it is a naught but a labor camp for the White Hand. But all the working men are gone, or perhaps they were taken. The old and the women are left to bear the heavy burdens. For myself, I can't even lift the boxes that I am supposed to carry. I am much too slow for this, and I am always falling behind. Alright. Oh yeah, he is rather old. If I lift another box, I fear that my back will give out completely. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Well, so I need to take this to the first work site's overseer. The first work site. Okay, well, I just have to remember the proper path for this. And take the... Nice of this box to be hobbit-sized, right? In any case, that's what you do. If you are having trouble doing heavy lifting, you find someone who is a half your height and see if they can do it. Don't ask me for the logic. Please don't ask me for the logic. Okay, here we go. Whee! Alright, one package down, and oh, look! A missing nail. I do wonder about these nails being haphazardly placed all throughout the area. And of course, how many of them originate from her and how many of them, well, belong to the people that I just took them from. That's it! They're going all over the place, stealing each other's supplies. No wonder they're running behind. Well, I suppose that if all their labor camps are working this way, it'll be for the best for the free peoples. Because it looks like this place isn't anywhere near as competent as it would need to be in order to make the stuff that they need. Good grief. Well, this is what would happen if orcs take over the world. One more box. Now, the big problem with all that I'm doing right now is that it seems to be helping the wrong side. The things you've got to do in order to succeed in your quest. Okay, now, actually, are there any nails around here? Nah. Oh, I thought that was a lot, but nope. One for the front gate. Hey, would it be alright if I jab my cutlass into the half-orc that's over at the front gate guard? I suppose that wouldn't be considered polite. Not that orcs have any concept of what politeness is, but that's an entirely different matter. Alright, well, I think that's the last delivery for today. I hope that was the last delivery. What do you say? Ah, thank you! What a kind soul you must be to help the foolish people here in Galtrev. Once I might have been able to show you the proper hospitality. Now, alas, all I can offer you is friendship, little though that it is. Alright. And now I need also to deliver some nails. Right? Ah, yeah, here she is.
I have not seen your kind before.
Ah, my nails! So many! I didn't even know this many had gone missing. This was surely but a small task for an adventurer like yourself, but you have helped me greatly. You're welcome. Okay, now, let's see what he has to say about that. You're not so bad, Pine City! Has anyone ever told you that before? When I whip these little sluggers, I could swear that they're even less productive than before. No kidding. Oh, someday you should show me your flogging techniques. They seem to be most effective. Well, get moving and find some more work so that I can finally finish that nap. Wonderful. I think I found the lumber camp. And I've also found Dave, the Dragon Clan. Well now, I shall not die by your hands. Well, you'll die by my sword then. I think your best way of not dying in my hands is to run away. Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, I got 4 of the axes already. Well, might as well grab another one here. That's 5. Okay, 6. And finally, you. Okay, that's a nice supply of axes. Let's just now toss them into the pond. Yeah, that looks like a nice pond for doing such. Might as well deal with some of the Dragon Clan as we do so. Where would be a good place? Oh. Okay. I ran right by it. Here it is. Oh, the water here is a suitable location for dumping the axes. Let's dump some axes. The lumber axes fall beneath the surface of the water. Have fun derusting those. Well, back to Galtrev. I have dealt with those axes.
You caused some trouble out there, I trust, huh? Good.
There is more for you to do. Wood from the lumber camp is already being collected and is being stored in the upper village until it can be carted off south. Take this torch and burn the wood piles. That will make them scurry. Well, I'm not too sure about this task. If they put them to work to go and do all that, yeah, if they put them to work to cut all that wood and bring it over here and all of that, and then we just go and burn it, then most likely they're not going to be too happy about it and just make them work twice as hard in order to do more of it. But, alright, fine. Now let's see, where's the second one over here? Who is waiting patiently with a bucket just in case some random hobbit came around and tried to start burning their wood piles. And sometimes I do wonder about the justification for some of the things that are around. I always get lost with that third wood pile. That's the... Hey, you see the third wood pile so I can burn it? Actually, maybe that's what happens, is that they see me burn the two first wood piles and they try to hide the third one so that's harder in order to get to it. Yeah, that's the answer. Of course, it's always possible they didn't hide it well enough. My daily dose of arson is done for the day.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, you are a treat, my new friend.
The Hedbug Luth, the Falcon clan, stands against Saruman and seeks to cause trouble for those who side with him. I think you will be of comfort to us, and perhaps we to you as well. All right. Let's see what we can get here. Oh, make sure that I look to the right type of armor. Well, personally, okay, this is a little bit more on the defensive side than the one I currently have.
The clans of Dunland have a proud history, and none prouder than the Falcon.
Ooh. Weaker clans have forgotten where they came from, forgotten their honor, but not my people. But dangers press on from all sides. Good people live here in Galtrev and throughout Frengwith, and they must be protected, their ills cured. Once you have aided the people of Frengwith to your satisfaction, go to Tormorva in Tal Mithedras. The people of the Falcon will be glad to have your help. Tormorva is to the east of here, beyond the Gravenwood. In other words, go as far east as possible. And that's where we will be able to find the Falcons. Now that we have dealt with that, let's speak to Gethin again.
Do not speak the names of evil things, for you will call them.
You have done a great service to us by helping with the labor, Piney, so I will try to help you as well. Perhaps I can give you news that will be of interest to you? Yeah, what manner of goods are in these boxes, and where are they headed? Not that I couldn't guess, since I've heard everyone talk about Isengard, and I've seen all sorts of weapons being made, but that's an entirely different matter. Well, I know that Saruman has rallied his White Hand servants to oversee the delivery of the weapons and goods that we have manufactured in Dunland. I can only imagine that these items are going to supply a great war. You are free to peek into the boxes if you wish, but do not let the White Hand see you at it. Okay, so I need to spy in and determine what they have here. Okay, the quest doesn't tell you what goods are in there. They just said that you've examined the goods. Aww. Well, I suppose I should head down slowly towards the gate and see what I could find. How about up here? Because surely there are boxes around this area, because I was carrying some of these things and they are heavy, like they're full of weapons and war supplies and the like. Oh, imagine that. Okay. Okay, let's see what's in this shipment. Okay, good. Well, actually, not good because they're going to be sent out to fight the free people. So, okay, not so good. Based on what they're laboring to do, we might even say as far from good as it can get. Outright bad, even. Hey, as long as that half-orc stays looking outward in the opposite direction, I'm just, well, making sure that what's inside matches to what's in the manifest, right? Yes. I am sure there can be no problem with that whatsoever. I'm surprised the overseers don't see me as one of those nosy hobbits that walk around and cause you to fail the quest if you get too close to them. I know that's way back at the beginning in the Shire, and this character didn't even quest in the Shire since I am from a different area rather than from the Shire. Okay, now I'm sure there are other boxes elsewhere. Oh yes, of course. Though I have a feeling these people are not going to be happy to see me around again after what I did. And first thing I did is I beat up one of their guys up here. Now, admittedly, I was just trying to ask questions, but they might not want to answer questions either. Well, the fact that he attacked me, I guess, is good evidence that they're not exactly welcoming to questions. Any more? Oh, yeah, here is number. Oh, yes, the last two that I need. And that means I can go back to our quest giver. And that is guessing. The inspection is complete. Did you find what you're looking for? It seems clear to me that our people are fueling a great army. The young men go the same way as those crates that you see. Saruman promises that the lands of Rohan will be returned to us, but the horse lords are vicious foes. Well, they can be challenging ones, that's for sure. Well, that's it. Now, that means next time we are going to be heading over to, was it to Talmouth Address. Yes, let's say Talmouth Address, Tormodro on Talmouth Address. We return for the next episode of River and Sea.